Question number 11. Kavita had a cumulative time deposit account in a bank. She deposits rupees 600 per month. She deposits rupees 600 per month. She deposits rupees 600 per month. That means this is one very important information. Don't you agree? What you deposit per month is taken as P. So what is P, children, here? P is rupees 600, okay, and gets rupees 6,165 at the time of maturity. That means there's a maturity value, okay. The maturity value is how much, children? You can see 6,165. Then the rate of interest, if the rate of interest is 6% per annum, okay, find the total time. You want the time. You want the time for which the account was held. So look at, children, this question, after I read it, I realized it's a very important sum. Now, what way it is important? I realized it. Why I realized it? Okay, it is important because just like your 10 sum, here also, children, I'm going to give a thought for it. Same thoughts. Okay, what is that? Suppose here, what is given? Let me write that first and then make you understand. Suppose P. P is how much, children? You can see P is rupees 600 per month. Okay. Now, what is maturity value, children? Maturity value is rupees 6,165. Okay. Then what is given? Rate of interest is given. Okay. Rate of interest is how much, children? 6%. And what they want me to find, children? The time. N is the time. Okay. See, when maturity value is given, we think of the formula of maturity value. So I'm just doing it my rough work here, children. This is mostly my rough work. Okay, just have a look at it. Okay. Now what I do? Now you can see here, this is maturity value is given. So maturity value का formula होता है P into N plus I. लेकिन जब ये फॉर्मूला में आपको n मांगता है, लेकिन प्रॉब्लम क्या बेटा, बाकी सबका वैल्यूज मालूम रहने चाहिए. हाँ, मेच्योरिटी वैल्यू मालूम है 6165, पी मालूम है 600. अरे लेकिन इंटरेस्ट नहीं मालूम. दैट मीन्स इसमें दो चीज अननोन है. देन सम चाइल्ड विल से, सर फिर इंटरेस्ट निकाल लेंगे ना पहला. ओके, वी ट्राई टू फाइंड द इंटरेस्ट. इंटरेस्ट फॉर्मूला इज p into n plus 1 upon 2 into 1 by 12 into r by 100. अरे लेकिन प्रॉब्लम है, ये फॉर्मूला यूज करके भी इंटरेस्ट निकालना मुश्किल है क्योंकि इंटरेस्ट के लिए भी n मांगता है. अरे तो नेचुरली चिल्ड्रन, n जब नहीं मालूम है, गॉट इट, आपको इसमें से n नहीं मालूम. चिल्ड्रन, when you don't know n, naturally you may find आई निकालना मुश्किल है. एन का वैल्यू मिला था, आई का वैल्यू मिल जाता था, फिर सब्स्टिट्यूट कर सकते, लेकिन ये प्रॉब्लम है. सो अंडरस्टैंड देन हाउ टू डू दिस सम. सो आई विल टेल यू वेरी सिंपल, चिल्ड्रन. मेच्योरिटी, जस्ट लाइक योर 10 सम, maturity value is what I never remembered as a formula. I always try to derive it. So p into n plus I. Then what I do, p into n, in place of I also I write the formula of I. What is formula of I? P into n into n plus 1, the whole thing upon 2 into 1 by 12 into r by 100. Now look at, children, I'm going to simplify this formula. What I realized, this formula has two terms. Which are the two terms? देखो बेटा, मल्टी बोल नहीं सकते, पी एक टर्म एन एक टर्म, अरे ये दोनों मल्टीप्लाई हो रहा है, तो ये बन गया वन टर्म. ये बन गया वन टर्म. ओके, ये हो गया वन टर्म. अभी इधर सब मल्टीप्लाई हो रहा है, तो ये बन गया सेकंड टर्म, ये बन गया सेकंड टर्म. दैट मींस इसमें कितना टर्म्स है बेटा? ये फॉर्मूला में दो टर्म है. ये पहला वाला टर्म पहला बॉक्स में, दूसरा वाला टर्म दूसरा बॉक्स में. तो ये दोनों टर्म्स में व्हाट इज कॉमन, चिल्ड्रन? व्हाट इज कॉमन? यू कैन सी हियर, आई एम जस्ट ट्राइंग टू शो यू विद द रेड कलर. व्हाट इज कॉमन इज दिस होल p into n is common, children. ये this p into n is common for both. This p into n, so I get an idea. This p into n, if I remove it common, n. Okay, if I remove it common, maturity value equal p into n. This red, what I showed, is common. So इसके जगह में p into n बाहर चले गया तो 1 बच गया बेटा. इधर भी p into n बाहर चले गया तो 1 बच गया. 1 into n plus 1. n plus 1 into n plus 1 is n plus 1 upon 2 into 1 by 12 into r by 100, children. So now you can see, children, I think I know I can. Maturity value is known. This maturity value is known. So in place of maturity value, I'm going to put the value 6165 is equal to P का जगह में 600 into n and bracket का अंदर, children, 1 plus n plus 1, I don't know, into 1 upon 12 into, what is this rate of interest, children? 6 upon 100. Rate of interest is 6 upon 100. Rate of interest is 6 upon 100. So what will happen, children, here? When you 6 one time, 6 two times. So what happens here? 6165 is equal to 600. Let's try to understand. Into n. पहला मेरे दिमाग में कुछ नहीं चलता है, बट ब्रैकेट के अंदर सिंप्लीफाई करना पड़ेगा. तो ये 1 तो 1 है, प्लस ओके ये n plus 1 into 1 ये कैंसिल हो गया ना. 6 1 6 1 बच गया ना इधर. तो n plus 1 ही रह गया ऊपर, लेकिन नीचे क्या हो गया? 2 into 2 4 into 100 400 हो गया. Now you know, children, inside the bracket only I'm going to simplify. So 6165 is equal to 600 as it is, children, inside the bracket. 400 plus 1 400. See LCM beta. 400 cross multiply. 400 into 1 is 400. 1 into n plus 1 is n plus 1. The whole thing upon 400, children. So what happens here? 6165 is equal to 600n upon bracket में 401 plus n. 400 plus 1 is 401 upon 400. Okay, this 400 and 600 things will get cancelled. 2 3 times, 2 2 times. Now what will happen? Cross multiply. So when I cross multiply, what I get, children, just try to understand this. Very, very, very important step, children. What happens here? Okay, this 2 goes up. 6 1 6 5 into 2. And this 3 comes down. Okay, this 3 comes down. And that is one n. N into equal n into 401 plus n. Now here, distributive law. Here, any cancellation? 7 plus 6, 13, 18. Oh, this goes in C. 3 2s are 6. 0. 1 is not going. Then becomes 16. 3 5s are 15. Oh, this becomes like, when I do this, how much I get? 2 into, so 4 1 1 0 I get. Equal, open the bracket, children, 40n. N gets multiplied. N into 40 is 40. N into 401 is 401n. N into 401 is 401n. N into 401 is 401n plus n square. So I get an idea. This I take it on the other side. Therefore, n square plus 401n minus 4110 is equal to 0. Now you can see, children, this is a quadratic equation. Now this is 4110. So 401 into 10. When you do it, see, you want two numbers. When you multiply them, you should get minus 410. And when you add the same two numbers, you should get 401. So 401. So that is possible, children. Plus 411 into minus 10. When you multiply them, you get minus 410. 411 minus 10, 401. So you're going to split the middle term as 411 and minus 10. So what happens here? N square plus 411n minus 10n minus 4110 equals 0. So what will happen? N into n plus 411 minus 10 into n plus 411 equals 0. So what happens is, children, so simple. When you look at it, so easy, children. What happens? Okay, you can see here, this is n plus 411. into n minus 10 is equal to 0. So now product rule. Either n plus 411 equals 0 or n minus 10 equals 0. Therefore, n is equal to minus 411 or n is equal to 10. So discarding n is equal to minus 411. Therefore, n is equal to 10. N is equal to 10. So what is this? Time for which the account was held. The account was held for 10 months. The account was held for 10 months. Held for 10 months. Okay, children? A very simple sum. Okay. Why discarding n is equal to minus 411? Because it cannot be negative. People understand. Okay. And young children, very, very, very important. If it comes, it should come for 4 marks. Okay. We go on to the next sum, children, now. Same type. Okay, let's see. Children, question number 12. This is identical to question number 11. Except some numbers get changed, okay, children? But everything's same. Kavita has a cumulative time deposit account in a bank. She deposits rupees 800 per month. Deposits rupees 800 per month. Matlab P kitna hai beta? Rupees 800, okay, per month. She and gets rupees 16,700 as maturity value. What is the maturity value, children? Rupees 16,700. She gets it as maturity value. Okay. Now, if the rate of interest be 5%, what is this? Rate of interest R is equal to 5%. Okay. 5%, children. Find the total time n. So like I told you, children, maturity value is given and time period they ask. Whenever maturity value is given and time period they ask, remember, children, it will turn out into be a quadratic equation, just like your previous sum. Got it? So I told you what we do. We combine. We combine both the formulas. The two formulas what you learn. Okay, one formula for interest, one formula for maturity value. We combine them and write one formula. So what is maturity value? Just have a look here. Maturity value is P into N plus, what is this? I. Am I right? But how have I combined? You can see what I said. Combine the two equation means what? Like P into N plus I. अभी I का एक separate equation सिखाया था मैंने, क्या था बेटा? P into N plus 1. The whole thing upon 2 into 1 by 12 into R upon 100. So when I do this, children, you can see now what is common here. Children, when you look, I told you, children, how I taught you. If you ask me, I tell you like this. This is one term. What is this? This is one term. Okay, this, what I put it in a red box is one term. Okay, this is one term. Okay, because of multiplication, you can say so P एक term n, अरे P into n हो गया ना, multiply हो गया तो एक term हो गया, अरे सब multiply हो गया मतलब this is the second term. Okay, तो ये दोनों term को simplify कैसा करते हैं हम लोग बेटा? ये दोनों term में common क्या है देख लो आप. What is common चले दोनों term में? तो कोई भी देखेगा बेटा समझ में आएगा P into n is common. So what I get? This maturity value will come out, children, this maturity value as it is, this P into N will come out, okay, and then inside a bracket, in place of P into N, what will happen, children? In place of P into N, I'll put 1 plus, what is this, children? 1 into N plus 1, that is N plus 1, the whole thing upon 2 into 1 by 12 into R upon 100. Children, now what will happen, children? Just substitute all the possible values. Whichever values you want to subtract, please substitute, okay? Whichever value you would like to, whatever value you know, You substitute. I'm so sorry, children. Okay, so what values I know here? I know the value of maturity value. How much is it? 16,700. Okay, fine. I know the value of P. How much it is? 800. I don't know the value of N. Here, 1 as it is. I don't know the value of N. N plus 1 upon 2 as it is. This is 1 by 12 into, and what is this, children? This becomes 5 upon 100, okay? 5 upon 100. So any cancellation, yes, maximum what you can do is 5 one time, 5 20 times. So what happened, children? 16,700 equal 800 into n, okay, and inside this bracket, 1 plus n plus 1, the whole thing upon 224, 24 into 2, 4,008, 2 into 2 12s are 24, 24 2s are 48. So it becomes 480. Got it, children? It becomes 480. So what will happen here is 16700 is equal to 800n, and inside the bracket, beta LCM is like 1 upon 1, you know, cross multiplication. So 480, 1 into 480 into 1 is 480 plus 1 into n plus 1 is n plus 1, the whole thing upon 480. Okay, children? Now again, children, what will happen? 16700 is equal to 800n into 481 plus n, the whole thing upon 480. So when you do this, children, 0 0 cut of this 800 ka time, 8 10s are 80, 8 6 are 48. So what will happen? 16700 into 6, 6 goes up, 10 comes down, is equal to 481, n into 481 is 481n plus n into n is n squared. Okay, see what I done? This 6 I taken in top 10, I bring it down. This n I gets multiplied with both the terms inside the bracket. So what happens here, children? 0 0 cut, 6 zeros are 0, 6 sevens are 42, 6 6 are 36, 40, 10,020. Got it? So what is this? 10,020 equal 481 plus n squared. So everything together, h squared plus 481 n, okay, 481 n minus 10,020, okay, is equal to 0. So what happens is here, children, I hope people can see this, okay? This was 481n plus. Okay, now what will happen, children? I have to simplify it. Okay, how do we go about, children? Factorization. Okay, so people should know quadratic equations. People have learned it. Okay, children. Now what will happen, children? So here, when you see, this is 10,020. So I want to find two factors such that when I multiply them, I get 10,020, but when I add them, I get 481. I get 481. So it is, if you see, 510 multiplied by 2. Sorry, multiplied by 21. 20. Oh, hey, 501 multiplied by 10. 520. 501 multiplied by 20. So what will happen, children? This n square plus 501n minus 20n minus 10,020 equals 0. So what will happen? N into n plus 501 minus 20 into n plus 501 equals 0. So what will happen, children? N plus 501 equals 0, or n minus 20 equals 0. So n is equal to minus 501 or n is equal to plus 20. Discarding n is equal to minus 501. Therefore, n is equal to 20. Children, so time for which the account was held. Account was held for 20 months. 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 I hope everybody understood this. Simple sum, just identical to your, what you can say. Question number 13, children. Very simple sum. David opened a recurring deposit account in a bank and deposited rupees 300 per month. He deposited rupees 300 per month. That means P is rupees 300 for 2 years. So N is 2 years. 2 years means 24 months. Okay. We have to convert into months because we know this money, what he deposits, 300 rupees per month. He received rupees. So maturity value is rupees, children. Maturity value is rupees 7,725. That means find the rate of interest. Find R. Find R. So here what happens? Maturity value is given. So I told you, children, always you think of maturity value the formula. Maturity value is P into N plus I. Hey, I think I का वैल्यू मिल जाएगा. MV मालूम है, P मालूम है, N मालूम है. तो पहला निकाल लेंगे बेटा. तो MV कितना है? 7,725. ओके, P कितना है बेटा? 300 into N. और I कितना है? नहीं मालूम. ये 300 into 24. N कितना है बेटा? 24. N कितना है बेटा? 24. N कितना है? 24. N is 24. तो कितना आएगा बेटा? ये 7,725 is equal to 7,200 is equal to plus I. So what is I equal, children? I equal 7,725 minus 7,200. So I is equal to कितना होगा बेटा? 7,525. How much you get? 525. So this is I. The value of I. Children, what is the value of I? Children, value of I is how much? So rupees 5,500. Now I, but I want R. हाँ, I का formula में R आता है. तो I is equal to P into N plus 1 upon 2 into 1 by 12 into R upon 100. Oh, the R what you want. Now all other values you know. 525. P is how much, children? 300. What is N, children? N is 24. What is N plus 1? 25. Okay. Into R. We don't know R. The whole thing divided by how much you get, children? You can see here the whole thing is divided by 2 into 12 into 100. You want to do any cancellations here, you can do it. 100 threes are. Okay, 12 twos are. 2 ones are, 2 ones are. So there you go. 1 1 1 रह गया. इधर क्या रह गया? 3 into 25. So 525 divided by, what is this? 3 into 25. Okay, is equal to R. This 3 into 25, just bring it down. 3. This goes in 3's table. 3 ones are 3. This is 22. 7s are 21. 15 5s are. Got it? And what is 25? Please have a look here. 7s are 175. So R is 7%. So you can see here, children, so simple the sum is, okay? Of course, there are methods, okay? You could have done by some other method, but always do like this. When I follow this method so that my mistake I'll not do, okay? Something very simple. Okay, children? Now we move on to the next sum.